Morning settles slowly over the city of Antwerp. The light arrives in muted shades, filtered through a thin layer of winter cloud. The air is cool, holding the stillness of early February. Moisture clings to stone facades, leaving a faint shimmer on windows and railings. Along narrow streets, the night silence lingers a moment longer before the day begins. The Diamond District stands calm in the pale light. Buildings rise closely together, forming narrow corridors of concrete and glass. Storefront shutters remain closed. Security doors reflect the dim sky in dull, metallic tones. Trams pass quietly along scheduled lines, their soft hum blending into the atmosphere. Not many people are out yet, mainly early workers, moving without rush, carrying the rhythm of a city accustomed to routine. Beneath the district, deep under one of its fortified buildings, lies a vault. Layered in steel, concrete, and multiple systems designed to resist intrusion. A place built for stillness, for controlled air, for temperature that does not shift. A secure world meant to hold value in absolute silence. This is where a story would unfold, not loudly, not suddenly, but quietly, through planning, patience, and small, deliberate movements. In 2003, Antwerp was one of the central hubs of the global diamond trade. Transactions passed through counting rooms, offices, and vaults, protected by thick walls and layers of security. Most days moved according to familiar routines. People entered, people left. Items were inspected, stored, or transported with careful documentation. Among the many individuals who walked through the district, one man stood out only slightly. Not because of what he carried or how he behaved, but because he returned often. He rented a safe deposit box inside the Antwerp Diamond Center. Staff would later recall his presence, but not his significance. He greeted people politely. He moved quietly through hallways, just like everyone else. Records later identified him as Leonardo Notarbartolo, a man connected to criminal networks in Italy. But at the time, he appeared unremarkable, a customer who followed the rules, a visitor with no urgent purpose. Nothing he did seemed unusual, not then. Only later would those movements become pieces of a larger outline. The heist did not begin on a single night. It developed over years. According to court documents and testimonies, the group involved conducted months of observation. They studied the vault. They noted cleaning schedules, staffing patterns, lighting, and patrol routes. They gathered information quietly, blending into the rhythm of the district. Notarbartolo's rented safe deposit box granted him regular access to the building. He walked through controlled doors, past security cameras, and descended into the vault area. Small details were noticed in silence. Distances between sensors, the thickness of doors, the type of locks used. By February 2003, the group had prepared enough to act. On the night of February 15th into the 16th, after the district had emptied and the building's last personnel had left, the group moved. They walked quietly through the Diamond Center, using forged keys and collected knowledge. There were multiple layers of security: magnetic sensors, motion detectors, thermal sensors, a steel door, and a vault door with time locks. Later investigations revealed that many of these systems were bypassed through a combination of preparation and timing. Inside the vault, they opened more than 100 safe deposit boxes. Many were emptied. Some contained diamonds. Some contained other valuables, cash, documents, or jewelry. The thieves left the vault before dawn. Their route out was as quiet as their entry. When the district awoke the next morning, there was no immediate sign of disturbance. Only later, when vault staff began their day, did the absence become visible. On February 16th, workers opened the vault and discovered open boxes, scattered contents, and gaps where valuables once were. The room, normally orderly and precise, appeared disturbed but not destroyed. nothing had been broken. No alarms had triggered during the night. Everything suggested careful manipulation rather than force. The estimated value of the missing items was eventually reported as more than $100 million, though some estimates differ. The variance came from differing records and the nature of private holdings. Outside the building, investigators found discarded items in a forest near Brussels. Among them were envelopes, papers, and other objects, but not connected to the vault. These materials helped reconstruct the movements of the group. In the debris, they found a receipt linked to Notar Bartolo. This became a turning point. It connected the quiet man who had visited the vault regularly to the events of that night. He was arrested soon after. Court records state that he maintained he was not the mastermind, but part of a larger team of specialists. Some of his claims contradicted official findings. Other parts remain possible, yet unconfirmed. The majority of the stolen items were never recovered. Photographs taken after the heist showed rows of metal boxes, some pried open, others intact. Small pieces of paper remained on the floor. Fibers, metal shavings, and bits of plastic were collected and catalogued. Tools believed to have been used included simple items: tape, plastic wedges, a piece of metal to block a sensor, and duplicate keys. Nothing extravagant, only carefully chosen, silent tools. Security camera footage showed little. Many cameras inside the vault area had been disabled or avoided. The vault door, heavy and layered with mechanisms, showed no sign of forced entry. Its surfaces remained smooth, unmarked by tools or pressure. The building itself stood unchanged, tall, glass-fronted, still reflecting the muted winter light. From the outside, nothing suggested that anything unusual had happened. The objects and evidence speak quietly. They hold no emotion. They offer only fragments of a method. Many questions remain about the Antwerp diamond heist. Some believe the group had inside assistance, pointing to the precise knowledge required. Others argue that months of observation could have produced the same information without internal help. Some suggest the thieves were connected to a larger network, possibly the School of Turin, a group known for sophisticated thefts. This association is based on patterns and testimonies, though not all details are confirmed. There are theories about the missing diamonds. Some believe they were quickly moved through international markets. Others think they were divided among multiple handlers. None of these theories have definitive proof. Notar Bartolo claimed years later that the value was exaggerated and that the heist was partially staged for insurance purposes. These claims have not been substantiated and are not supported by official records. They remain as statements without verification. The truth may lie somewhere between documented facts and unconfirmed accounts. It is possible that some details will never be known. Today, the Diamond District continues its daily routine. People walk through its guarded streets. Couriers move from office to office. Security doors hum as they open and close. The Antwerp Diamond Center remains standing, its glass exterior unchanged in the morning light. Inside, new systems, new protocols, and new layers of protection have been added. The vault has been repaired. The rooms are orderly again. Outside, trams glide along their tracks. Shops open their shutters. Conversations drift through narrow streets. The district has resumed its quiet pace, as it always does. Time smooths the edges of even the most unusual events. Only faint traces remain. Documents in archives, small pieces of evidence sealed in storage, memories carried by those who were there. The city continues without pause. More than 2 decades have passed since the Antwerp diamond heist. Many of the questions raised in 2003 remain unanswered. The majority of the stolen diamonds have not been found. The full extent of the planning remains partially obscured, and the involvement of others, if any, has never been fully clarified. What is known rests in documents, interviews, and court records. What is not known rests in silence, carried quietly by time. The vault has been repaired. The district has continued its work. New transactions take place each day. New stones move through secure rooms under the same soft lighting. Outside, the winter clouds drift slowly above the city. The morning light spreads across pavements and windows. The world moves forward with calm persistence. The heist remains as a faint outline, defined by what can be proven, shaped by what is missing, and softened by the passage of years. No final conclusion emerges, only the quiet recognition that some stories linger in half shadow, suspended between certainty and silence.